So I will say social media creates platforms so you can find like-minded people, and part of it is through hashtags like Pollinator Haven. I know I use Save the Bees, Grow Your Own, Backyard Gardening is some of mine. What kind of hashtags do you guys do so you can interact and meet new people to join your community to promote
Backyard
gardening?
boogie. So anything grown in the backyard is backyard boogie. Whether it be medicinal, edible, ornamental, it's my backyard boogie. I'd say we're out here. Mikey and I from the San Diego City Library have been traveling around, and we'll just hashtag we're out here. That's it's what's tricky about hashtags is that the most popular ones, the ones that have a million or hundreds of thousands of uses, are not necessarily the ones you want to use. If you want to stand out, it is a way to connect with other people who are using the hashtag. But if you're trying to stand out, you should create a new hashtag, and coin one. One that is that we have coined at Botanica Blanco, that would be at Pie Love and myself, is Shard Week. The ever popular Shark Week, gets so much play on the air. We're talking vegetables here, so it's hashtag Shard Week. That's your rainbow shard, right?
And I will say with some of these hashtags, like gardening has millions and millions of pictures. If you're trying to stand out or find more people or interact with the community, your pictures could be lost. You can meet all kinds of new peoples that way, but sometimes having something a little bit unique, it's really amazing when you have something that goes viral. You do Shard Week or any kind of hashtag that you kind of create that's unique and it goes viral, and you see all of these other people posting to it and have passion behind it. It's really amazing. It shows that you're making a difference. So Tony, what kind of hashtag, do you have specific hashtags that you use?
Well, okay, so I did not use hashtags at all for like the first 3 years of Instagram because I was just like, thought I was too cool for them or something. And then my buddy that actually he like owns an app and does a lot of social media. It was like showing me examples of accounts that hashtag in my account, and he's like, dude, like, you got to do this. Here's a list. Here, just post it and see what happens. So I already have a pretty decent amount of followers, but I had posted a list of 30 hashtags. You're allowed to have 30 hashtags on Instagram. And the first time I did it, within like a few days, my followers went up significantly. The one that I think I fully agree with Daletron here is like having your own kind of unique one, because people kind of gravitate to that. There is like the organic gardening, urban garden. I've been kind of back and forth with using hashtags at all. But the thing is if you want to find people in your vertical, that's what they're there for. And if people can't find you, your social media account's really not that great. So I kind of, I change them now as like, as we've been here, the National Heirloom Expo, Santa Rosa, if I'm taking a picture of squash, I'll put squash or things like that. But the hashtag thing is actually really new to me, so I don't know that, I'm still experimenting with it, and I felt like when I started to hashtag, I actually gained a lot of followers, but I also kind of lost some followers too, because they're like, oh, he's like selling out to hashtags now. So I don't know, I think it's definitely, it sounds weird, but I think it's honestly true. Like it was almost like very quickly I could see my followers go down, but also at the same time I gained a lot of new followers. So I think there's like a give and take there, and I can kind of see where you see 30 hashtags, like what, like that's kind of like a little much. But the one that I use and that I kind of would love to see you guys use is Farm Trippin', and it's just hashtag Farm Trippin', and that was one that we kind of have been using at all the trip we did and all the farms we visited. Hashtag Andrew?
Yeah, like I said, I use Pollinator Haven. I kind of started that back in 2012, and yeah, it only has a little over 260, but when you go all the way down to the bottom, you'll see that it's mostly mine, and that influences others to start using it in their garden and things like that. And it's not always important to use hashtags, like you said. Sometimes it looks like you're selling out to trying to get more followers or trying to get more, traffic through your media. But it's a great way to find people with similar interests and likes that you're out there wondering about, you know, seed saver, seed saving, pollinator haven, permaculture. Those are some of my most favorite that I use pretty much all the time. A lot of stuff I don't even use hashtags because it's kind of personal. So it can be important to, like Dale has multiple accounts, or like Tony has multiple accounts. You know, some people don't really care that you're out there on Lake Tahoe hanging out with your friends. You know, they want to see the garden pictures. They want to see, you know, a handful of rare seeds that they've never seen before. So there is a give and take. There is a place where you can really influence people through your personal that can grow into something where you have tens of thousands of followers, or then you can create a business side or another page where you're promoting strictly just the garden or the seeds or permaculture design or whatever it is that you're interested in and want to share with people. Yeah.